The next part of the armor of God that we are talking about are the shoes that are fitted with the readiness of the gospel of peace. Say, whew, that's a lot of words. Yeah, it is. But we can try to remember the shoes that are ready with the gospel. And you might think, hold on, how are shoes armor? Well, let me tell you a story. At my parents' house growing up, there were bats that would fly around the house every once in a while. And it was so scary to just have a bat fly by out of the middle of nowhere. And when we saw one, we got ready. We put on sweatshirts and put the hoods up. We found anything that we could to put over our faces. And we grabbed our tennis rackets. And we would go up and we'd try to fight away the bats and get them out of our house. Now, even if I had a helmet on and a tennis racket and a sweatshirt and I was fully covered, except if my little toes were out loose, that would still make me scared. I would want to have shoes and socks on my feet so that the bats can't swoop down and bite me. That'd be no good. And we wear shoes for different reasons. To keep our feet dry when it's wet outside, to keep our feet warm when there's snow out. We don't want to go out barefoot on the streets in the summertime because, that ground can get hot. And if there's any glass out on the road or on the sidewalk, that could really, really hurt if we aren't wearing our shoes. And we've got all sorts of shoes. We've got shoes for when it's like summertime and nice out. We can just wear some simple shoes. When we're at home relaxing, we got slippers that you can wear. We've got regular tennis shoes for everyday life. We've got basketball shoes. Or maybe you've got football, baseball, or softball cleats that have little spikes in them to help you get good grip on the ground. We've got fancy shoes for fancy occasions when we do things that require the fanciness to happen. I've got shoes with holes in them that I wear when I'm doing things like mowing the lawn or working out in the yard, and I don't care if they get more holes or I don't care if they get dirty because they're my old nasty shoes. And they don't smell good either. I've got water shoes even. If I wanted to go out in a lake or in a river and I didn't want my feet touching little fishes swimming around, I can wear these. But one of my most favorite pairs of shoes are my big snow boots. Oh yeah. And I can put my shoes that I'm already wearing inside of the boot with my feet in them. And when I get back inside, I just slip off my snow boot and my shoes are completely dry. There are so many different ways that we can be ready for events with our shoes. But we're talking about the armor of God, the shoes fitted with the readiness of the gospel of peace, the shoes ready for the gospel. And boys and girls, when I have the chance to share the good news of Jesus with people, I want to be ready. If there's somebody at my school or if there's somebody in my neighborhood or someone in my family who's showing that they're sad, who's upset, I want to be ready to pray for them. If there's somebody who has something hard going on in their lives and they need to know some love, they need to know that somebody cares, I want to be ready to tell them that God loves them. I want to be ready to tell them that He cares about them. I've got my shoes for different reasons, even sandals for being out on the beach or being out in the summertime when the weather's really hot. But I don't want to wear these when I'm playing basketball. And I definitely don't want to wear them when it's snowing outside. I want to be sure that I'm ready. And boys and girls, there are times when we won't have the answer that someone has for us in a question about God or a question about the Bible. And we might say, I don't know what's going on. It's okay to not have every answer. It's okay to not know everything that's happening and to have all the answers ready from the Bible. That's fine. I definitely don't. But I know that I always want to be ready to share a little bit of God's love. Maybe there's a time where I'll be able to say a whole lot to tell them about Jesus. Or maybe it's something as small as saying, can I pray for you? and praying for someone about those things. Always being ready, just like you want to have the right shoe for the right event of what's going on. The shoes ready for the gospel of peace. Are you prepared to tell people about Jesus? I know I want to be. We got to be ready.